What's up, everybody? Mater here. Hey, Craftsman, how you doing? Yep, been a long day. Had a lot of work going on, and came home and started to watch some things on YouTube, and I kind of dozed off and was like, all right, let's see if anybody wants to join me tonight on my channel. So, well, why not? Like everything's set up, so let's see who all's out there. Looks like I don't have anybody in the chat yet. See if anybody is going to show up for it tonight. Oh, been a long day. Oh, got the bike out. Went for a little riding, not much. Let's leave that out. All right, I got somebody. Who's out there? Who's in the chat with me? I can't know who's out there if you don't type. That way I know who's talking to me, or I know who I can talk to. I got my camera up here, and I'm trying to look down here at the monitor and the laptop. Hey, Steven, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. How you doing tonight? Doing okay? Hey, it's the weekend. I don't know if I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow night after Brandon if he gets back in time. Because I got some benefits and everything got going on tomorrow, and then of course Sunday is going to be a long day for me. I got church, got a monthly club meeting, and something to do after that. I'm doing good. A little tired. Almost 45 hours for the week. Of course, today being Friday, we get off at 5, so it's a short day. Thank goodness. So, yeah, I mean, tired. Had a couple of about 3 different big orders to work on. So, yeah, like I said, I got home from work and laid down on the bed next to the laptop and started watching YouTube and was like, I'm out for about an hour. Got me some, woke up like, okay, I gotta get some coffee in me. Try and stay awake. So I was like, okay, I'll do a live stream tonight. It's like I'm a little bit more on the wake side now, especially after having that coffee. But hey, I got my little stimulus money from the government. It's like good. Got some bills paid off. Got I got 2 credit cards totally paid off, which they weren't that much. A couple of them that were about halfway paid off. That includes the my Harbor Freight credit card. So that's good. Getting there on my bills. Um, I said get that Harbor Freight paid off, and then I got my PayPal. That's almost paid off. So getting there with the bills. Got Mini Mater still here with me. This guy is always around. Keep him here for good luck. Plus, he's always, at least I got someone to look at doing stuff. I'll look over and it's like, oh, there he is. Who else we got out there? Hey, Tom. How you doing? Nice you to drop by. I wonder if little Miss America will show up later. But yeah, it's the weekend. I gotta get that seat I got from Brandon. I'm gonna be putting that on the riding mower because we had all that rain and everything, and like now the grass is finally starting to grow. So I got mowing I gotta get done tomorrow. I get that done, but some of it with the riding lawnmower, the rest of it will do with the that Cobalt push mower I got, and of course I don't have it in here, but I got that Cobalt 80-volt weed eater also. Be using that. All right. Either one of y'all want to jump on here? Let me put the link up there for you. How big is it? I think grand total with where the house is, because the way everything was set up originally, they had it set up for 5 different houses on this side of the street. And the people that bought this, they bought the lot next door, which is the backyard, and they got one little section fenced off that when my parents bought it, that when it became the garden area. And then the house on the corner, the people there, it was an older, couple. They weren't passing away, and the kids inherited it and everything, so they didn't need the house. Um, so they rented it. Well, the people that rented it, they caught the house on fire, and it was burnt beyond repair. They just bulldozed that. My parents wound up buying that later on. So grand total, everything is just under 1/4 of an acre. All right, I got you. See what's going on. I don't know if I got a text message or what. Uh-oh. Yep. Oh. Yeah, we got something going on with the motorcycle ministry tomorrow, so keep an eye on that. Hey, that's no problem, Stephen. That's not a big deal at all. I understand. Like I said, I'm just doing a little impromptu. I know I didn't do anything, of course, Tuesday night, because that's when I got a couple of live streams I check out. One is dealing with a bunch of the biker stuff that's going on here in Texas. Also got, the Three Toogles with Ed, Jehu, and Dale. I'll watch them. So I did one Wednesday night. I didn't do one last night. I was, so tired by the time I came home. And I was like, tonight, like I said, crash out for a little bit, and then it's like, okay, I'm awake after making that coffee. So Steven, what are you cooking? What's for dinner? I'll be right over. I'm getting a little hungry. Where's the cabin at, Tom? Yeah. Tell you, that's one thing I like about with that push mower I got. Don't have to worry about doing any tune up. Make sure I got a fresh hot battery in it. Put that in there. Pull the trigger. Push the little button. Boom. It's going. I gotta admit, that's one thing I like about with the battery operated push mower. Don't have to worry about the gas. Don't have to worry about the carburetor getting messed up. Anything going on with the, it's like, okay, I gotta get a spark plug. I don't have spark. I don't have no fuel, no fire. Don't have to worry about any of that. Just put a fresh hot battery in it and go. Okay. Yeah, I haven't got the notification if Justin's going to be on tonight or not. No, usually he is, but he runs so long and everything. So, like I said, I don't know if he, when he's going to be on. Oh, okay. So you was a New Yorker, huh? You from up there? Or is it too much of a Boston accent for you? That's still a no. That's still a northern accent. That's not. That's not a southern accent. That's a Yankee accent. There you go. Yeah, I know. Right now, one of the other guys I follow and everything, he's doing his live stream. Of course, I haven't seen Brad been doing a live stream, and I don't know if he's ever done. I don't think he's done one since last year. They're Buffalo. Got some good wings. You got them. How do you like them? Teriyaki, sweet and sour, mild, flaming hot. I like mine with a little bit of buffalo, or not buffalo, but barbecue. A little bit of, maybe a little bit of teriyaki and a little bit of barbecue mixed in there with a little bit of the uh, cayenne pepper sauce mixed in. I got Buffalo Wild Wings near me. Of course, I like going over to uh, Pizza Hut and getting their boneless wings. That's one thing everybody, they say they like, you know, uh, buffalo wings and everything. It's like, you want bone in or want bone out? Me? No, give me bone out because there's more meat there. I don't have to worry about, the bone and everything else. When you get them with the bone in, you don't get much meat. You get the bone out, it's like, okay, fine. I know someone that liked the, was it the lemon pepper? Like that lemon pepper wings. But yeah, I got a feeling, Steven, yeah, probably get notification here in a little bit that Justin's gone live. I haven't had anything showing he was going to be live tonight, though. Usually, I get that notification saying TGIF, But of course, he's 2 hours behind me. So probably he's probably about 6:45 right there. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Yep, that was very nice of him to do that. I liked it when Antonio jumped on. I'm still working with Ed. He and I got to get together and everything, and he's going to be on one of my streams. We're going to be talking computers, stuff like that. Well, Steve, I mean, everybody likes different things. Okay, I happen to like mine. I like going to Pizza Hut. I mean, you may not like it, but that's your choice. That's one thing about what's a great, America is we all have choices. It's like, hey, if you don't like Pizza Hut, Pizza Inn's down the road, or Domino's. Let's see, you got Domino's. There's what's that? Papa John's, Little Caesars, CiCi's Pizza. Like, you got choices on stuff like that. Now, CiCi's Pizza. I like going in there for their buffet and getting their barbecue pizza. That one's good. I haven't been to CiCi's in a while. Of course, Little Caesars, I've got one probably about 5-6 minutes away from me. I like going and getting their 5-meat pizza. That would be good. There she is, little Miss America. Come on in.
Give me 1 second. I'm muting. Yeah, I literally just spent like the last hour doing masks. Well, all of my black ones that I have, they're, uniform, go to everything, everybody, everywhere. I washed them, and when I pulled my clothes out of the dryer, I am missing all but one of my masks.
Kind of like a sock?
Worse, because at least I have other socks to go with it.
You always go barefoot. You always go barefoot.
Yeah, but that just feels kind of icky in my shoes. So I just made 6 masks, and I popped in on Lucky's Lucky House. Lucky used to be Lucky 7 Mud Mower.
Right.
Popped in on his live that he does, trying to get support for the homeless in his area. And I had a couple of them say, I want, because I moved a fabric and they want that one.
Yeah, I saw his, there was a stream he was on the other night, and he was showing all the different food and everything that he got. And I'm going, that is something good.
Yeah.
Now, I do know that before we got all that snow and everything last month, going back to, was it December? I had a new roof put on the house. Well, I had 3 trees at the back of the house that were growing up right beside it. And before they came out, they said, okay, those trees need to get cut down.
Yeah.
Like, no problem. And it's like, I was out there with my little reciprocating saw trying to cut this stuff down. I'm going, this is not working.
So I could have told you that, and I don't deal with recips.
You're right. So I broke down. I'll show you what I went and got.
Toys.
I got me a toy to play with.
Hi, Tom. Hi, Stephen.
I tell you,
and Mike. I believe.
Really helps.
Okay, if I missed anybody in the chat, I do apologize for that.
Okay.
Y'all guys are talking pizza. You need to quit that.
Oh, Italian flat to pie.
No, quit talking about pizza because it's 9
Yeah,
o'clock. I don't need to be eating anything.
yeah,
'Cause
Italian flat to pie. That's what. That's when I was working out at Scarborough, my first year and everything. I was booth manager of the pizza. It was a pizza and tempura was what we sold, along with drinks and everything.
tempura?
Tempura. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was
Different.
basically we had the cauliflower, okra. I know we had mushrooms. Um, I'm trying to remember. There was a fourth veggie we had that it was all pre-breaded and everything. So all we had to do was deep fry it.
Yeah,
And
that's all.
everything.
That's all it is just deep fried. Pretty much what veggies.
Right. But then now we actually did have fresh mushrooms that we actually did batter right there and then deep fry them and put them on a stick. Okay.
Ooh, I don't like that. I hate you for that. I can't have any right now. You're too far away.
I'm just saying that's what we did have. Okay.
I know, but you're too far away to make me any.
I don't know if I'd even want to make them. I don't like fungus. I was like, yeah. You can have all the mushrooms you want, okay? I will make as much as you want. That way, it's beyond your heart's content and everything. I won't eat them. Now, the regular mushrooms I do not like because it's got a taste and a texture kind of like asparagus. I hate that stuff.
I love portobellos.
Yes, now portobellos and shiitake.
Haven't had shiitake, or if I've had them, I don't remember. Let's put it that way.
Well, shiitake is the style that you would find in most of your China or your Oriental dishes. Okay, they have a different taste and texture. Now, I like them, but as far as your regular run-of-the-mill mushrooms that you find in the grocery store,
yeah, they're button mushrooms, I believe they're called.
Yeah. So it's like, no, I don't like them. Like I said, it's a totally different. It's taste and texture I don't like. Anyways, getting back to the other. Okay. Like I said, this is my Cobalt. It's my 24 volt brushless. Okay. And this is what I was using originally to cut them trees and everything down and up with. And of course, I had a longer blade. This is one of my metal blades. But it's like, man, that is not working.
No.
So it's like I gotta have something that's going to work. I mean, I've got a couple of chainsaws, but there's a gap. I don't know where I've got it hidden at.
Don't look that hard. Don't look that hard.
It's back over there. But it's a Poland Pro 18-inch. And it's like,
okay, yeah.
It's like this thing, it hadn't been running a while. I went to try and start it. It's like, no, this is not going to work. I said, I got to have something that's going to get this done faster. Went over to Lowe's.
Yep.
Pick this little sucker up. This is the Cobalt 24 volt brushless little 12-inch chainsaw. Man, I tell you, I put that battery in here.
Got those suckers gone.
Oh yeah, I mean it was cutting like a knife through hot butter, or a hot knife through butter. I mean,
I got you.
And oh man, I tell you, I like this. Matter of fact, tomorrow, which I should have done tonight, I didn't think about it when after I got home. Of course, it took me a little nap. But
what's that?
What?
What's a nap? Yes. Something I have been sorely lacking for many, many years. And with getting up at 5:15 in the morning and not being able to wind down until 9 or 11 at night, I gave up.
Stephen, no, I don't do Instagram. The only thing you'll ever find me on is either here on YouTube or I've got my own Facebook.
Yeah. Is your Facebook connected to your YouTube? Do you have it on your About page?
No, I don't. I need to do that.
Bad boy.
There you
Boom.
go. There you go.
Uh-huh. How sure I'll
Thank
make you like it.
Hey, kind of like what Lou Costello said many, many times and many years ago. I'm a bad boy.
Okay. But is it under Mater's Garage or something else?
Talking about Maynard's Workshop? No. As far as Facebook?
Yeah.
No. It's for my real name.
Okay. You can go look me up under my YouTube name.
Okay.
Take the space out at Gmail. And there's two accounts. One of them has a red dragon. The other one has a blonde. It's not neither one of them, obviously, or me. But
Steven says he's gonna leave when I start dancing. What are you gonna do then if I start singing?
I'm gonna take my headphones out if you're that bad.
I like this. I'm definitely not gonna give up my day job.
Yeah, I couldn't hold a tune in a bucket, so we ain't going there.
Yeah.
And as scratchy as my voice is, I'll stand in the back of the choir and hide before I will sing for anybody.
Right. Now, I play like this. Now, I don't mind giving up my name. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. If anybody wants to find me on Facebook, I mean, of course, it's going to have Mater on there. That's my profile picture. But
Steven said he was going to send you a picture through Instagram, but since you don't have it, he's wanting to look at, I guess, Facebook for you.
Okay. Hey, Tom, black olives? No. Green olives I'll eat. I'll eat the crap out of green olives.
I'll eat both of them.
But you put some black olives? No. It's like, I just cannot stand the taste of them. Green olives, I like.
My client that I had this morning, which I burned my finger. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it.
As long as it's not the middle one.
Yeah, it is. That's why I'm holding it like this. Because literally it's right here it's right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Mahi mahi.
Ooh.
Yes. Onions, red or yellow and orange bell peppers. All that was fried in extra virgin olive oil. And you fried the onions and the peppers. You got them nice and melted and caramelized and clear, all that. Salt, little bitty bit of salt, just a little bit.
Right.
Pepper. Yes, I do have an Instagram, Steven, and you find my Instagram the same way you find my Facebook is through my Gmail address, which is my YouTube name, lowercase, minus the space. It's because it's all together. Crystal is my actual real name.
Right. Now, if anybody wants to, I was going to say, if y'all want to find me on Facebook, just look up Michael, Michael.
Oh, God, not another one.
That's what I keep hearing from everybody. I mean, it's a common guy's name, and you would not believe how many people do not know how to spell it. It's like Michel. No, it's Ael.
Yeah, it's Ael, and there are some that are Eal.
Yeah, and there's other spellings of it, but the most common is Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then, hey, William, last name, Glaser, Glaser. Sushi roll? I don't know. I never really got into sushi. I mean, I never found one that was good looking enough. I mean, that's Susie, not sushi. Um,
I'm looking and I'm not seeing you. What is your picture on your Facebook?
it should be a picture of Mater. Kind of like what was said in the movie History Rule Part 1. Keep searching, you'll find it,
Enos High School?
Ennis.
I'm an Okie silly. All right, I sent you a request.
Yep, it just popped up.
Okay. But yeah, but he had me fry the onions and peppers.
And I accept them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have my notification bell as nothing, so I don't hear it in the middle of the night. It will, even on the lowest setting, it will wake me up.
Okay.
And but I fried all that in olive oil, got it to reduce down. Yes, and it shows a knight, Stephen. Yes, it is, and it is showing a knight sitting up against a tree with rose vines running through it and over it, like because it grew up through the actual armor. That was one of their stock photos, and I said, "Ooh, I like it." And once we got that, we put it off to the side, and 4 pieces of mahi mahi that were about 1.5 inches wide, good 1/4 inch thick. Yeah. Sorry,
now,
Tom.
Tom, are you talking about how she said it or how I say it? That's a question.
Yeah. And then we got that. Once the and the whole time we put 1.5 cups of rice and got that cooking in 3 cups of water. Just left it. Added a little bit of salt and pepper to that, more pepper than anything. And
regular black pepper or the pepper meddling?
He chose black pepper, but he also does have white pepper, and he's got the 3 different kinds of peppers and 3 different kinds of salts.
4. I got 4 kinds of pepper.
Well, he's got 3. So
okay.
I'm using his supplies for his food.
Okay.
Yeah, the way I said it. Like I said, I'm an Okie. I say things differently. Oops.
I'm not holding that against you.
And no, if you held it against me, I wouldn't be talking to you.
Besides, I'd rather hold something else against you.
Like I said. But got all that reduced down, got the mahi mahi just lightly seared, barely brown.
Right.
Put the small 4-ounce can of black olives. Mix that after you drained it, mixed it in with the peppers and onion. Threw all that on top of the mahi mahi, stuck it in the oven at 375 for about 20 minutes.
Ooh.
You could not taste the olives by themselves, but it added a dimension to the taste on everything else.
Okay. Well, I know last night.
Yes, Stephen, that's my actual first and last name.
Yeah. But like I know last night, it's like usually I'll go out and eat and everything during the week, just because I get an hour for lunch.
Yeah.
And I mean everything is. I mean, it takes about 5 or 6 minutes for me to leave work, go to one of those fast food places. Maybe a little bit longer, depending upon where they're at in town. But anyways, I know Tuesday night I wound up making I made mole, which I did a video on that. I know it came out late and everything. That's because, like I said, I was watching the biker stream, and then I was watching Ed and Jay and everything.
Can you give me 2 seconds to show this to Stephen?
Okay, 2 seconds are up.
Okay. Try it's Crystal Lynn _ for the space and then Sky. For some reason, it brought up a second account that I don't remember getting. But when I go in and look at this one, it's Crystalline _ Sky. Yeah, you get the one with the underscore. The no pick, I don't know where that one came from.
Yeah. So, anyways, last night, I'd gone out and done, tried to do some shopping when we had all that snow. And I mean, I wanted to, figure, okay, Brahms has got to have some milk. Because I didn't think, I didn't think Walmart would have any. I didn't think HEB here would have any. And it's like, Brahms is usually one of the places that probably someone might not think of. And so I went.
Not me. That's the first place I thought of.
Yeah. Anyways, I went going in. They had like no milk at all. It's like, damn. I mean, no milk, no eggs. And it's like, okay, I'm hungry. It's like, what? It's like, can't have any of this. It's like, okay. The only sausage they had was about 3 or 4 rolls of hot pork sausage. So, okay, I grabbed 2 of them. And I grabbed a few other things. And it's like, okay.
Make it worth actually going in there.
Right. So it's like, yeah. And on top of that, I figured my mom, she probably hadn't cooked anything. So, not only did I get the groceries and everything, we were also running low on sugar. It was like, damn, that thing of was it C&H? I did that in that video the other night. That was like almost $5 for 4 pounds.
Ow.
Yeah.
Even the cheap.
But when you can't, nobody else has got it, you got to pay it.
Yeah.
But like I said in my video the other night, when I was making my mully, I went to Walmart and got the Imperial pure cane sugar for $1.96. Same size. It's the same amount, 4 pounds, $1.96. It's like, okay, I kept that C&H container. I just dumped it in there.
Yeah, like, I actually have. I've got a Folgers coffee container that I have been putting sugar in for about 3 years now.
Okay. Hey, Steven, you can always send me a friend request. But last night I got that. It was like, because I'd gone to Walmart beforehand, and it's like, okay, there's some things I want to try. And hey, Wayne, hey, I like the fact that you put ladies in front. That's very nice.
Morning. Hi, Wayne. How are you? And yes, get one ghetto superstar. I got you.
Yeah. But I just took, I bought some, it was a 3-pound box of elbow macaroni. It was a fire roasted, diced tomatoes. And then there's 3 different, seasoned other thing of chopped, tomatoes. So I took that 1 pound pork, the hot pork, with 1 pound of regular beef. Got that all fried up. And when I'm frying that, I got the 4 cups of noodles getting cooked. So I got that all done. And then I wound up putting that all in the pan, put both cans of tomatoes in there, added a can of corn, some green beans, and some peas to it. And that's it. And, gonna make my own little goulash. Because actually I'd seen that on Facebook, I think 2 days prior, and it's like, damn, I haven't had that in a long time. That does sound good. I was like, why not? And then just add, I got that, was that Morton's?
Table salt?
Well, it's not the table salt, it's a seasoning. That's got all the different seasonings to it. So yeah. I'll put some of that in, and then, like I said, I've got that 4-pepper medley, and everything, because it's black, green, white, and red.
Okay, he's got the green, the white, or no, pink, white, and black. It
Okay.
has a pink Himalayan salt.
Okay.
I know he's making me hungry too, and I don't need to be eating anything till after I deal with everybody in the morning.
Right. I apologize for that. But
No, you're not sorry.
okay, I apologize. Yeah, I know. And it's like that's one thing about with me is that someone can say something from they just in a rare conversation, someone can say something, and the way my mind works is, boom, I'll think, remember something. I mean, I had to say that word too. But it'll make me remember something from either a TV show or a movie, a line or something like that, and it's like sorry, hear that word sorry and everything. It's like it reminds me of Leroy Jethro Gibbs.
Oh Lord.
It's like
NCIS.
never say you're sorry. It's a sign of weakness.
Mine is never say you're sorry unless you're admitting you're a sorry person. Oh, dude, you are Steven, you are so mean, making me that hungry.
But there's also another one. It's like, I know you're sorry. Now apologize. What did he? Italian flat pie?
That's the pie Steven made.
Where's the anchovies at? You got
I don't
anchovies?
know.
Steven, you got anchovies on that?
He said that's pizza. He's been making pizza for 23 years. That's good, and you're making me hungry. Y'all guys are being mean tonight.
I've been making pizza longer than that.
We ain't getting into that.
I remember back in Houston, my mom, she would go and get the little Chef Boyardee, make your own pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And let's just say that, Crystal, you weren't even a speck in your mom or dad's eye at that time when I was making them.
I was born mid-'79, and Steven, I agree with you. No anchovies.
We moved in 78. As a matter of fact, we wound up moving right before Elvis passed away. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there ain't nothing wrong with anchovies, just a little fish. I mean, if you can, it's like everybody goes, "Ooh, no anchovies." I'm going, really? You'll eat clams? People eat clams. They'll eat sardines. And all. Now, Crystal, do you like Caesar salad?
I prefer chef over Caesar. If I have any choice about it, I will take a chef salad or a Cobb salad.
Okay. Steven, right. Yeah. Now, my question is, Steven, do you like Caesar salad? I'm waiting on his response before I say anything.
Yeah, I've had sardines and anchovies. Sardines are too salty, even the ones that are in a mustard sauce or different flavoring sauce, they're too salty.
Okay.
And they put the anchovies on the pizza, and I about threw up. So, no.
Huh. Reason I'm asking on that is because a lot of people do not realize they actually put anchovy paste in the Caesar salad dressing.
Yeah, I don't buy the Caesar salad dressing. I buy I get ranch out the wazoo for Mom. But for me personally, I want blue cheese. And Steven said, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah. I like anchovies. I don't have a problem with
them. But in and of themselves, no. In the dressing, I can't. The few times I've had it, I can't taste it. So
right, and that's the thing about with the Caesar, salad dressing, is you can't taste it because you've got everything else going on with it.
Yeah. There's an avocado ranch that I like, and I don't really care for avocados.
I like avocado.
Well, when you eat avocados and then you have to go change a 6-month-old who, when they have you change them. They come up with diarrhea. Guess what
Almost the
color
same
that
thing.
is?
Yeah.
Almost the same. Yeah. And they get it all up their back. You don't change them. You throw everything in the wash and you hop in the shower with the kid.
My my stepdaughter from my first wife. It's like I was like, okay, I'm gonna make some guacamole tonight. She goes, "Oh, I don't like baby poop." Because when you were talking about that, that's what reminded me of what she was saying. And then all of a sudden you start talking about it. Go, yep, that's what I'm going. Okay, Barbie, someone's talking about your baby poop.
Yeah, see, I can deal with it like guacamole, but I prefer salsa or pico. I really, really love pico de gallo.
Right. Now, as far as a dressing for me, salad, I like my Caesar salad. I go with ranch. There's nothing wrong with ranch. I mean, it could be a bacon ranch. It could be, any type. Okay.
We go through about 16-ounce bottles a month.
Wow.
Yeah. And me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I go through the amount of 2 of the tubs that you get from Walmart.
Hey,
Hi,
Froggy.
Froggy. I go through the little tubs you get like from McDonald's and stuff for your chicken nuggets. That's all.
Froggy, I was gonna say, Froggy, you want to jump in on here?
Yeah, pop up. I'll show you my shawl. I showed it to her right after I started it, and now I am a full ball and a half into it.
Now, that's something that I was gonna ask you. Okay.
Yeah.
Do me a favor and explain what you mean by that as far as ball and everything for someone who does, because I'm not, someone that doesn't do knitting or something like that or crochet.
You don't do any of that. Okay,
right.
When you go to a store,
I'd like you to explain.
Okay, when you go to a store and you go to the aisle and you see yarn in this.
Okay.
Okay, it is spelled Skein, pronounced skein, or ball.
Skein. I've heard skein, I think.
Yeah, it's skein. Skane is how it's pronounced. Okay, I prefer calling it a ball because when I was growing up, my grandmother would work with it after she rolled it into balls. So you didn't have it in this shape, you had it in the round ball.
Right.
Okay, so like I said, this shawl that I'm working on, each ball on the back tells you how big it is, how big a hook to use, which this is actually my 10 millimeter, not my 9. How many?
I got my 9 in the house.
Mine is over there. How many stitches across and how many stitches up you should use to make a good looking shawl, and that's called our gauge, and it tells you the yardage. This particular one has 245 yards in it.
Wow.
Yes. And this is
Shaggy.
Oh, hi Shaggy. And this is pretty thick compared to the blue.
Yep,
the blue is a size 4 and this is a size 6. The black one.
Black seems to be a little bit thicker.
Yes, and that's the thicker it is, the bigger the number on how the sizing. And I have, like I said, I have a ball and a half. I have probably close to 300 yards in it right now.
Okay.
And
I was wanting you to explain that way. Because I know you've been talking about it.
Yeah, let me.
But like I said, for me, I just don't. I'm not understanding it. That's why it's like next time I do a live stream and everything, she's on here. I want to make sure I ask her. That way she can explain it.
And this is.
Shaggy, I'm glad your parts and everything come in. I hope you get your truck running soon.
And I have another one that I'm doing in purples that's in yarn that's a little bit smaller than that blue one. That's about the same size of the one I just showed you. And it's got close to 600 yards in it.
Oh, and by the way, remember a few minutes ago when I was, talking about how I can remember a certain line from a movie or a TV show? And when I said one word in particular, and it's like, oh boy, and I had to say that one. And it's like, oh.
Well, I had, when I moved my computer back, I took my headphones out. I didn't hear anything you said. Once I moved it back, my headphones came out. I couldn't hear you.
So, like I said, it's, talking about, saying sorry and everything. That's, goes back to NCIS. The other, and like I said, I wound up saying the one word, and it's like, oh my God, cannot believe I said that one word. Think.
Oh, don't think. You either know or you don't.
No, it's going back to Beverly Hills Cop. There's one. Now, have you seen the movie?
It's been several years, but yes.
It's that one part where, Axel, towards the beginning of the movie and everything, he's, in his, supervisor's office and everything, and they're having it out. And he goes, and Axel goes, well, boss, I just thought. His boss goes, don't think, Axel, makes my itch. And he's not talking about the front. And the funny thing about it is, his supervisor, the guy playing the, the head cop and everything, he actually was a police officer. He was not a regular actor. They actually got an actual police officer to portray that part in all movies, in both movies.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. I didn't know either, till later on. It's like, wow, I didn't know he was an actual police officer. Yeah. And that's, the way they said he was doing the acting was basically the way he was in actuality as a, police lieutenant.
Oh, so he didn't act. He just went in as cop and that was it.
Right.
He wasn't what he was at home. He was what he was on the job.
Right. Cool. Yeah. It's kind of like, do you remember Mail Call on History Channel years ago with Lee Army?
I didn't have cable until 1998, 2000.
He actually was a gunnery sergeant. R. Lee Army. Yeah, R. Lee Army. So basically, the way, he portrayed himself in the different movies on that show and some of the other spin-offs and everything, that was the way he was in real life. I mean, that's the way he was in the military when he was in the Marines. And it's like, just the way he would come up, he would be talking to you, and I was like, that he'd start right at your face and he just yell at you.
Yeah. Oh, I had people like that. And it was hilarious. I had a drill sergeant get in my face. Before I get into that, Shaggy, I am so glad all your parts come in, and I hope that you get everything done well and easily for you. Yeah. The year before I graduated high school, the guys in that year group, about 5 of them, they all decided to go out and get drunk the night before they had to show up at the recruiter's office at 6 a.m.
Not a good move.
One of them was my best friend.
Okay,
so they all went over to his house because I knew where he lived. I didn't know where the others lived, and I really didn't care for him. And I said, y'all guys have all your stuff ready to go because I'm going to roll up. You're going to roll in the car. You're going to load the trunk. We're going to roll in and we're going to roll out. I said, it's a 5-minute. I'm pulling in 5 minutes later. I'm out. If you ain't in the car, you're SOL. We show up 10 minutes early. And, you know, I'm the only female there. I have all 5 fucking duffel bags. They shuffle in and they get berated. And I come in behind them carrying all 5 bags. I'm carrying 250 pounds.
You're carrying them and they didn't?
Mm-hmm.
They should have had their...
Oh,
the differential kicked.
Gets better, sweetie. My brother graduated 2 years ahead of me. One of the guys that was in his class was at the recruiter's office. The recruiter came at me thinking I was joining up with those guys. Okay, I dropped all 5 bags, stood at what is called parade rest. The guy come up behind the sergeant, and I just look at him, and the sergeant is circling around me. He's trying to get the sergeant's attention. Stop, quit, stop. She's going to go. You don't mess with this girl. Okay. I knew his rank. I knew his full name. I knew his serial number. And I told him, PFC, get me Lawton on the phone now. He said, why? I said, he's fixing to have 5 recruits in an hour. And the staff sergeant, the recruiter, had lost 5 commissions, had a formal complaint in his file until he retired, lost 2 pay grades. And 2 years, when I graduated high school in 97, he showed up to my school to recruit. I had a 79 on the ASVAB. They wanted me like white on rice. He looked at me. He said, so? I said, shut the fuck up or you'll get another letter in your file. He goes, oh, I ain't. and the other guys go, I said, ask him what happened last summer and y'all have fun because I'm out. And I walked away from all five branches. I appreciate the guys that serve, and I respect you for everything you have done. But after that, you couldn't have paid me enough to walk into any military base as a recruit. Yeah. And, you know,
To me, I wish I could have stayed in the Navy. Because back in '83, right after I graduated, I wound up going in. I was on the delayed entry program for almost a year. And so, okay, fine. You know, I wound up going in. And it was like the job I wanted was, it was going to be aviation machinist mate. Mm-hmm. Is, you know, a guy working on jet fighters.
And yeah, they wanted me because of my score. They said I could build a stealth bomber without any help, wiring it up and I bullshitted the ASVAB.
Right. But anyways, for me, you know, what I was originally going to go Air Force, but I wound up seeing the movie Final Countdown with Kirk Douglas.
I vaguely remember it. You have to remember, though, my younger brother and sister were born the January after you graduated.
Right. But anyway, it's about the Nimitz. They were leaving San Diego, heading out to Hawaii. And they get caught up in this electrical storms. They had no idea what was going on. And mind you, they're leaving on December the 6th. So December 6th, 1982, or 81 or 82, something like that. And they go through this electrical storm, and they can't figure out what's going on. And all their communications equipment, dead. Mm-hmm. Nothing's going on. They can't raise San Diego. They can't raise, you know, Hawaii or anything. And then what's real funny is they're catching stuff on UHF. low band.
Mm-hmm.
And they start playing some Jack Benny on there.
Shaggy, that's nice. Don't need the socket set though.
No, that's a good deal.
Anything that you can find that's a decent brand that's half price, go for it. I have some great necks that my father bought in the mid 1970s.
Yeah. But anyways, they come to find out that storm was some kind of a time warp, and they're transported back to December 6th, 1941.
D-Day.
No, that's the day before the attack of Pearl Harbor. And they're on their way out to Hawaii. So the Japanese have not yet attacked Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they got every single plane loaded down and all launched and everything. It's like, okay, we know what's going to happen because it's all part of history.
Yeah.
So they launch everything they've got. And all of a sudden, the storm comes back and everything. It's like, oh, crap. So they got to recall every single plane and everything. And
they said back to normal.
Right. And then it's like one of the guys, you hear him saying, damn it, we're going to let the Japanese do it again.
Yep. Yeah, I forgot that it was Pearl Harbor because actually that day, 12/6, is my father's birthday. I keep getting it messed up with, yes, Stephen, I was born in 79. I get it mixed. I keep getting his and mine mixed up because we are exactly 6 months apart. And my birthday is the D-Day invasion.
Right.
Okay. But the hospital fucked me up. And so they lost me completely.
Wow.
Yeah. Mom went back for my 2-week checkup and they had to remake everything. So my legal birthday is 6/5 instead of 6/6. But that's also my grandfather's birthday. So, and I won her $20 when I was born.
Yeah. Anyways, it's because of that movie there and seeing how those F-14 Tomcats are flying and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh my God, I want to work on those. It's like right then and there. It's like, forget the Air Force. I want Navy. So I was like, okay, fine. I signed up for going on the Navy, but because, I'm, like I said, originally from Houston, then moved up here to Ennis, which is, a little bit south of Dallas. And so I got used to weather up here. I went to Orlando for boot camp. That was the worst mistake that ever could have happened to me because the humidity out in Orlando is like 85, 90%.
Mm-hmm.
And where I'm at is usually about 45, 50%. So anyways, I'd gone out for PT one night and I come back in and we're all hitting the water cooler, or Navy, it's called scuttlebutt. So I'm drinking like a racehorse after a big long race.
Yeah.
Our camel's been out in the desert for 2 weeks. And all of a sudden, I could have sworn that little metal screen that's inside the water filter came out and I swallowed it. That all of a sudden I got that metallic taste in my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
And everything. And it's like, man, I just started cramping up, hurting real bad. Next day it was worse. I went and go on sick call. And the doctor had asked me, mind you, this was on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
He started doing the examining of me and everything. And he said, he asked me where I was from and everything. Told him. He goes, when was the last time you had a bowel movement? And I'm starting to think and everything.
And it's been a minute.
Sunday. He goes, you've got a severe case of dehydration.
Yep.
He said, you're not, he said, what are you drinking? I said, I'm drinking as much as I can whenever I get a chance. He goes, yep, That's the problem. The humidity out here is so high that you're getting so dehydrated, you're getting bound up basically.
Yeah, you can't, and you can't rehydrate fast enough.
Right. So he took me off of physical training for I think 3 days.
Yeah.
And he gave me the note saying no exercise, no strenuous exercise at all. So I wound up not doing that. And soon we got to the galley. It's like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's like I basically was not eating because I lost my appetite.
Yeah.
And, for me, I've got a nice,
Yeah, I'm not exactly thin
I've got
either.
a nice full tummy. As I say, yeah, I got me a 6-pack tummy, but it's underneath all this insulation to make sure it stays cold.
Yeah. Okay, Steven, cool. I'm the baby in most of the groups that I get into because of my age. So a lot of the people that I talk to are 10, 15, 20, 30 years older. And it's just, I'm more comfortable with them. So
you're only 14 younger than me.
And my stepmother was 14 years older than me when she married my dad.
Yep. But anyways, I wound up, like I said, unfortunately, I got a medical discharge out of the Navy.
Yeah.
So I didn't stay in. If I, had stayed in a little bit longer, I would actually be considered a veteran. But because I didn't stay in, I think you had to be enlisted for 8 weeks. I was in there at 6.5. So if I'd been able to stay in another week and a half to 2 weeks, yeah, I'd actually be considered a veteran. But I was like right there.
Aw, Mike, I'm sorry. My brother and sister are 1 year younger than you.
Yep. Tom, yeah, I'm 56. I just turned 56 last month.
Not a thing wrong with it. I've always preferred older men.
Well, my first wife, God bless her, she passed away almost 11 years ago. I was not actually looking to get into a relationship because actually at the time I was actually in one with a girlfriend, but I met my first wife and everything. She and I just started talking and found out how much more we had in common of the different things
than your current.
Right. Yeah. Right. And besides the current girlfriend and I, that relationship had already.
I think you probably are, Shay.
Downhill. But let's just say she was almost older. She was almost 20 years older than me.
Okay, so she was a cougar. Five for a woman. Anything over 5 years is considered a cougar.
Yeah, and let's just say that her oldest daughter was a little bit over a year younger than me.
Yep.
But I mean, like I say, it was something that I wasn't looking forward to. It was like we just happened to meet. Found out we had a lot more in common. Mm-hmm. Like I said, the other relationship it already been dying.
It was fizzling anyway, so you just said, "Oh, bye," and right. started talking, and it worked.
Just one thing just led to another, and it was like, then we wound up getting married. And the funny thing about it is, my high school at that time, this is back 2001. Okay.
Okay, my daughter was born in 2002.
Okay. My high school was going for their 3rd state championship in football. And we were at the Texas Stadium watching them play. And they wound up winning and everything. And the funny thing about it is they had to play, of course, the team, it was Orange County Stark or something like that. I have to look back at the paperwork. But they did a little coin flip and everything. Well, they just wound up losing the coin flip. And so they were going to have, of all things, they were going to have the state championship game in Houston in the Astrodome. Okay, fine. Going to my hometown, and I've been in the Astrodome before. It's like, yes. I was working for a glass shop at the time. I was a delivery driver. I'm over in Fort Worth making a delivery. My phone rings. It's her calling me. She goes, "You're gonna have to go in late tomorrow." Blah, blah. It's like, hang on. I just pulled it to my delivery. Let me call you back in a few minutes. So I hung up, got my delivery done, paperwork, got back in the van, put that all away. Okay, what's this about? I gotta go in late tomorrow. Her and my mom had decided they got together, and one of the guys I know, his son was playing football. So they were going. So my friend and his wife was going to go to the game. So was the grandfather. Well, the grandfather happened to be a minister. So my mom and her got together, got with him. He agreed that, yeah, we'll do the marriage. So mind you, that was a Thursday. The game is Saturday. So Friday morning, she and I went in, got the marriage certificate and everything, then had to go before the judge to sign the 72-hour waiver. Saturday, we drive down to Houston. We get in the Astrodome. At halftime, we want to get married.
Nice.
Yeah. And then
I'll be honest. I've not been married. My kid's dad was a 4-year relationship. I've had a few hit and misses between then and now. Mainly I hit and then I missed because I didn't want to keep.
Right.
And it was because of all the BS that I dealt with him and some other stuff and a couple of bad choices.
Right.
So it's, if I do get married, I'm more than,
twice for me.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be a long time coming. I don't plan on it at all. I'm not discounting it, but I don't plan on it. If I do, I'm more than happy. Everybody have a potluck and the ministers in the backyard. Let's all party that way.
Right. Now, for me, I've had a relationship.
Shaggies.
Yeah. Virtually is not the same thing as reality. Believe me.
There's a whole lot more to go on with that.
Oh, yeah. But my second marriage, it didn't even last a year. And that was because she decided that she didn't like the way things were going.
How long had you been together before you got married?
We've been together for a little bit over a year.
And then you got married, and all of a sudden she said, no, after 2.5 years.
Right. So things, she didn't like the fact of how things were going. Well, some of the fact is, okay, the first wife and I, we were living in a rent house up in the Colony. And well, the Colony is a little bit north of Dallas. Okay. Right. Anyway, small little town and everything. But anyways, we were getting tired of every year the rent going up on the house by almost $100. So it was like, we decided both of us had a good job. All right. I guess
$100 a year. That's crap.
Right.
Mike, have fun. If you are lucky enough to find a woman that can put up with, that you and she can both put up with each other's baggage, hold on to her.
Right.
Tom, 27 years is bomb. I am so glad you found that y'all two found each other.
Right. But anyways, like I said, the first wife now, we wound up buying some land. It was almost 16 3/4 acres out in the country.
Yeah.
The land was put in my name. The house was put in her name. Well, after she passed away,
Yeah, you and I covered this the other day.
Right. So anyways, the second wife, I was living in the RV at the time. And so the second wife, she moved in and everything. Well, she was starting to complain about, the RV, this, that, and the other. And it's like, look, financially, I'd like to have something better. I'd like to be able to build a house, but financially, I just can't do it right now. She didn't like all that. She wasn't really helping contribute to the funds and everything. And next thing I know is I see a post on Facebook by her daughter going, "Look at my mommy's new truck." And it's like, really? Hold it. We're married, and you and I did not even discuss this. It's like you and I should have talked about it, but and it's like made that decision, and she just went out and did her. It's like, fine. And then she decided she wanted to move out. And I was like, fine. And I mentioned about marriage counseling. She goes, nope. Okay, fine.
Yeah, see, up here you've got like 6 months counseling period before and after, before the marriage, before you can even pick up the license. And then if you decide to go to get separated and get divorced, then you have to go through mandatory 6 months to a year while you're under separation. Mike, congrats. I got 2. I'm done. I played cut, tie, burn. I told him to remove them if he wanted, because as much as I love my kids, they are my babies and they will come before anybody. He was not worth what I would have to deal with to have a third child, because I already had one in him.
Yeah. So. And it's like for me, I'll admit that, I usually do like older women, but it's like after the experience of with the first wife and everything, and the second wife, she was like 4 years older than me. It's like, no, maybe I should go to younger, because health issues and with my active life and everything that, I'm constantly doing something. Maybe I need someone younger that can actually keep up with me.
Yeah. And see, that's my thing is I'm not sure I could keep up, just simply because I'm a homebody. I would prefer to stay at home, do stuff there.
Right.
I don't want to go out every night. I don't want to go to.
No.
I'm saying I don't want to go, like, have to go grocery shopping every 2 or 3 days.
Right.
I don't want to have to go clothes shopping. I don't want to. I would rather stay home, cook dinner, and sit on a couch and relax. Or, you go out in your shop and do whatever, and I'm sitting here crocheting, and then we chill a little bit. And
right.
From there.
Right. Oh, now Justin is now deciding to go on. Wow.
See, I'm not subbed to Justin, so
right.
I probably need to be, but I don't know.
Brandon, I'm glad, glad you're getting closer back to Texas. You going to be able to do your live stream then tomorrow night? But, like, for me, it's like, no, I'm not, the kind, when I'm talking about keeping up with me, I'm talking about, actually doing stuff around the house. As far as, maybe helping out with yard work or, fixing up stuff around the house.
I'll mow, you can weed.
Right. But it's like, for me, it's like, I had someone say, well, I can't, do anything. I says, look, all you got to do is stand there, and help. It's like, if I need something, hand it to me or hold something. That's all I would ask. It's like, just help me in doing some of this stuff. When I had to build an 8-foot tall fence, I could get the bottom rung for the fence pickets. I could get the middle one. But when it comes to the top one, all right, Steven, take it easy. It's like when I was trying to get the 2x4 going at the top, having someone stand there holding up while I got one end, and they're just sitting there holding the other end. As long as I got one screw on one end, I could come over, okay, hold it up, put the other screw in,
and then you can work towards the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
So it like I said, for me, it's doing stuff like that. It will be helpful. Or if I'm staying on a lantern, it's like, hand me the hammer, or hand me nail, or screw, whatever, hand me my drill.
I was 5'10", holding up a full 8x4 piece of sheetrock to the ceiling while my dad fastened it in. Yeah. When I'm holding it all on this part and both hands are like that, yeah. I helped re-sheetrock cut open that entire house, help my dad with the electric lines and some of the plumbing. I don't mind helping with that. Hell,
See,
depending on
right,
my mood, I might borrow your shop.
right. Well, see, that's basically, what all I would, like, as far as in, someone to be in a relationship. Now, yeah, it'd be nice to, I'm more, like you said, a homebody. Okay. I get off work, coming home, tired, cook dinner, maybe watch some TV, maybe some stuff on YouTube, which is what I'm doing mostly, and then shower, sleep, then get up, start all over again tomorrow.
Yep.
Weekends, maybe on a Friday night, maybe, like the one I was just dating, okay? Friday nights, maybe go play bingo. I like playing bingo and everything.
I'll go in there, sit beside you while you play, and I'll work.
Right,
I'm not into bingo, but doesn't mean I'm not going to go sit there and BS with you while you're doing it.
right. But I'll play like this. What really got me was that her birthday was going to be next month, or it is next month.
Yeah.
Well, she was going to go on a cruise. Well, that cruise had already been planned before she and I had even met.
Yeah.
And I'm telling her, like back in December and everything, I said, with the way everything is going, it's probably going to get canceled.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, it got canceled.
And it was all your fault?
No, it wasn't my fault. But,
I know, but did she come across at you?
No, I'm just, letting her know. So, like, hey, this is the way, because I keep up with cruising news and everything. It's like, it's probably going to get canceled. I hate telling you, but it's probably going to get canceled. Sure enough, it got canceled. Well, the people that she was going on the cruise with, they decided, okay, well, since it was supposed to be for her birthday and everything, they decided to do something else. And so they planned something totally different. And she was, okay, fine, we'll do that. Never did she ever discuss it with me. I found out about it after everything was planned.
After it was planned or after it had been executed?
After they'd already planned it all out, and she agreed to go. So it's like, hold on.
You don't do that if you're in a relationship.
You go, okay, I'd like to do that, but let me discuss it with him or her.
Yeah.
Get their opinion and input on it.
See, that
was not the first time she'd done that. And
no.
It's like, we'd already had a discussion about it and everything. And it's like, no, look, if you're going to be doing something like that, discuss it with me first. And then on top of that, another thing that really got to me was how she introduced me to one of her friends. She goes, it's like, oh, and this is my friend Michael.
And how long had you been dating at that point?
We started dating back in November.
Okay, when she introduced you as friend instead of boyfriend.
We were already dating for about 4 months.
Okay, no, she should have at least said, this is my partner.
Right.
Okay, at my age, I'm not having a boyfriend. I'm having a partner. Or this is, it would be, this is Mike. I'm in a relationship. We're dating.
Right. So, and mind you, she was only, I think she's 6 years younger than me. So it's like.
And okay. She's that back asswards?
Yeah. And like I said, I'd mentioned that to her and everything.
I'm laughing at Mike Hodge. Honey, it don't matter to me. He's 56. He's older than me. He has a past. I have a past. My past is actually tangible because you can see my children. And the reason I was laughing when he gave me his first name and said, oh no, not another Mike, is that's their dad's name. And their last name, you drop your T out and put a D on your workshop.
Yeah. But now what's real funny is that prior to all this, I'd actually gotten engaged to someone, and she's starting to go through medical issues. She actually had a perforated bowel. Yeah, and so she had to go through where they had to put a drain line in.
Yeah.
And then she had to go with the colostomy.
Ew, nope.
Right.
God bless. I hope I never get there.
And I'll play this. The entire time I was taking care of her. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like I was taking care of her, supporting her. When that first $1,200 stimulus check came in, she wasn't working. So I thought I already did that.
Well, if she's having medical issues like that, yeah, she kind of can't work.
Right.
Because she would have been in and out of the hospital every other week.
And I was taking time off, taking her up to the hospital, making sure she did her follow-ups and everything. The only problem that she had that one thing I didn't like was like every single night, 1 or 2 beers.
And she had no.
I mean, both of us smoked and everything, but then of course she had her cigarettes, but then she had her other.
Okay, and I can understand the other for the pain, but if you're having issues with your bowels, you don't add to it by messing up your liver with beer.
Right. I gotta go play.
Yeah. Bye.
I'm trying to remember the country singers.
George Strait.
Yeah. Call me the fireman. Put that thing.
Oh Lord. And that's why I'm on the live stream, because he's funny as anything. Anybody want to pop anything in the chat?
But anyways, a little bit over a year ago, actually about a year and a half ago, I was looking at I was at a Harley dealership, and I found it was the Harley freewheeler, which is, the 3-wheel, trike and everything.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Because she went with me for a ride on my Wide Glide, and it was like, okay, no problem. But I wasn't feeling comfortable with her riding with me, okay? Because I had someone else ride with me, and they would move around, so I'd feel that and everything's like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. So anyways, like, no, let me see about getting one of the 3-wheel bikes. I'd feel much more comfortable. Well, the freewheeler, I looked at it and everything. We couldn't come up to agreement on the numbers. They were this way, they were here, and I was like, no, we were too far apart on it.
Yeah.
So then February of last year, or actually in January, it was either late January or February last year, at a different dealership, I was looking at their site and everything, saw the bike. And it's like, okay, so they said, okay, fill out the paperwork and everything, and we see what happens as far as credit. I go,
aww.
Yeah. So anyways, they said, well, congratulations, we can get you on that one for like $400 a month, 0 down. I'm going, 0 down and $400 a month payments. I'm going, where do I sign?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, fine. So I went up, going up to Farmers Branch, and had one of the guys take me. He followed me back. It's like, oh my God, that trike. Now, mind you, this is not the freewheeler. This is the Tri-Glide. This is the top of the line trike that Harley sells.
Yeah.
Brand new, those things are about almost $50,000 right now.
Mhm.
So I went up getting mine is 2012 model. I got it on my way home. I'm going down the highway. I was like, okay, the way I'm feeling was like so stable and everything. I'm going, is this thing on a trailer and someone's pulling me? I mean, it was
Yeah.
just,
Yeah,
it's like,
you told me it was so smooth.
oh yeah,
Shaggy, I hope she has room for them. I have been around little lambs. If they are not semi-trained, they will headbutt you, especially the males.
yep,
So make sure that they know your scent and do not roughhouse with them, because otherwise you won't like that.
right. And just be careful because, when they start getting older, they get horny.
And they get territorial,
Right.
especially the
Well,
males.
I'm not saying that. I mean, just
Yeah,
careful.
that's why the headbutting.
Right. But anyways, I wound up getting that trike, and she and I went on trips and everything. Oh my God, complain, 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 complain. If it wasn't this, it was this. It was not something else. Anyways, she complained about having to wear a helmet. Okay. To me, I'm hard headed,
Stupid?
but I do know that concrete is a lot harder than my head.
Yes.
So I was like, no, now first couple times, it was right around her where she lived and everything. It's like, okay, no problem. Don't mind because I know it's not that far away. Kind of take the back little country road and everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, I know that area is going to be safer not to go without a helmet. So she finally gets her helmet. Okay, fine. We start riding around. She complains, well, I got to put this damn helmet on. It's like, yeah,
I wouldn't even get on it without the damn helmet.
Okay.
I have bounced. That
Right.
hurts.
So, anyways, we were going to go out to dinner one night. And it's like, I'm sorry. What are you cackling about?
Mike.
Oh. Yeah. But anyways, that night I decided no helmet. So I get over there. She's getting her. She was in a bad mood that night, and then she starts complaining. Well, now it's like, damn, my hair's really gonna get messed up. It's like, you always complain about your helmet, your hair getting messed up, and putting the helmet on. Now I didn't say it, but I'm going. Now you're complaining about your hair going to get messed up for not wearing a helmet. And let's just say that night we kind of got into it, and that was it. That was it. That was the last night we saw each other, and it's like, okay, fine. Haven't talked or seen her since then. Then, like I said, I got in this other relationship, and like I said, that was starting back in November, and about 2 weeks ago, she started pulling that same crap again. It's like, nope. You talk to me and everything. Talk to me. It was like, okay, we're dating and everything. Discuss it.
Yeah, it's like when
fine, I'm done.
It's like when I told you that I flirt, and I've been flirting with Ed, and I told you I'm gonna flirt with you because
and you are,
and you obviously
I'm flirting right back. It's like,
yeah,
you
obviously enjoyed it, or you would have shut me down real quick. But and
that's why, did you? Okay, you heard what I said before you came on, right?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Don't ask me to remember, but I did hear you.
I said, there she is, Miss America.
And I was hiding too, and I was grinning like a fool. But it's like I said, I'm a flirt and a half, and I told you if I do get in a relationship with someone, the way I'm still going to flirt. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Right.
But the way I flirt will change because there are lines you do not cross if you're in a relationship versus what I can get away with now versus what I can get away with when I'm in a relationship. I can flirt with you. I'm in a relationship with Ed. I can flirt with you, but certain
Right.
jokes and things that are
It's like,
said, I would stop.
right. Now, I'll play like this. Now, she and I had gone on a cruise 2 years ago. Well, there was a drink. Have you ever seen the movie Deadpool? I think
No,
that
I
I think that's
actually haven't, but I grew up reading the comics.
Oh, you have not seen the Mark with the Mouth?
I didn't have to because I grew up with that. And
This
yes,
guy, this guy, how'd that line go? This guy had a good idea. He wore the brown pants.
and Shaggy, you can flirt with anybody and everybody. I flirt with women too. And I am strictly straight. I go for guys when it's in a personal relationship. You just have to watch what you say. That's all there is to it. You can call a woman beautiful, and if her man is standing there, and you're looking pretty good too.
Yeah.
I have had no problem. I went up to, they're now some of my best friends. I went up to a guy, it's like, damn, you're hot. He goes, thanks. And she goes, but I said, honey, if I was into women, I'd date you too and kick him to the curb. And she goes, oh. I said, yeah, but since I like guys, he's hotter. But, and I said, by the way, I'm Crystal. I work over here. Y'all guys come holler at me when you get a chance. And walked away.
Yeah.
And they were some of my best friends.
Hey, Tom, you trying to do some Molly Hatchet?
Yeah, Mike, I've had that problem because of the speech patterns that I got used to growing up. Hun, sweetheart, babe, those are more common than sir. And
That's a Southern thing. I mean,
yeah,
that's how we talk down here.
yeah. And I actually had a customer complaint that I was sexually harassing him because I called him hun. I looked at my manager. I said, you have got to be full of it. I said, you have known me for 3 years. How do I talk?
Yeah.
She said, well, you need to. I said, yeah. That's going to take a good year before I get that out of my system.
Yeah.
She goes,
but anyway,
yeah, keep trying.
Like I said, getting back to the cruise and everything, we were at the bar and everything. Of course, that's where you smoke at or up on deck and everything. Yeah. Anyways, there was a drink that was in Deadpool. And it's Kahlua Bailey's with whipped cream.
Yeah.
And it's like, he ordered it and everything. It's like, okay. And it got on the cruise and everything. I actually had asked the bartender about it. Mm-hmm. And this was on the previous cruise. Okay. Oh my God, I wish I still had that video from back then. But anyways, it's like on the cruise I went on a little bit over 2 years ago, it was her, myself, and one of the other women that was in our pirate group. And I made the comment about seeing if the bartender could get me that particular drink.
Well, Shaggy, if it wasn't for those things, then what'd you get fired for? Don't tell me shoplifting, because that'll get me pissed.
Wow.
I hate a thief more than just as bad as I do a liar. And that's why I got fired from Dollar General, is I locked a thief in the store. Yeah. The third time she'd come in shoplifting.
But let's just say that she got pissed off at me that the way I'd said it. She heard it one way, but I'd said it the opposite and everything because of what the drink is called.
What is it called?
I'll give you the initials. BJ. Like I was wondering if the bartender can give me a.
Yeah.
And she took it the way I was saying, like the other girl. No, that's not how I said it.
Okay, so now did they reschedule your shift and let you know about it, or did they just reschedule it and you were SOL because you didn't know to show up? because I had a manager try that with me and I said no. I walked out the door yesterday, it read this time, you're fucked, I'm not coming in, because my last day is the day after anyway. So
Yeah. Now, I'll put it like this. The only job I'm glad, and I bragged, I got fired from was actually from Kohl's at their distribution center. I'm
yeah.
glad I got fired from there because let's just say I worked there.
Okay.
My last yearly pay raise was 12 cents an hour. 12 cents is what I got for a yearly raise. Yeah.
Okay, Shaggy, if they fired you, if they rescheduled it and did not notify you, you could still have your job.
Yeah.
You could have fought that and kept your job because that was on them, not you.
Yeah.
I
would be pissed about that myself.
I would have walked in and said, when did you call me? When did you tell me? When did you text me? I've got Facebook. I've got this. I've got that. Nobody let me know.
Right.
Yeah, I missed my shift. Oh, fucking well.
Yeah.
I missed a scheduled shift at my job that I was at, and my boss said, "Are you?" The only thing I got was he said, "You okay?" I was like, "No." He goes, "Why didn't you call?" I was like, "What time is it?" And he told me, he's like, "You were supposed to be here 2 hours ago." I was like, "Fuck." He's like, "Okay, we already got you covered. Come in tomorrow, and you're doing this day to cover for that person." I said, "Okay." Because I was walking to work. They knew.
Yeah. I'll put like this, Crystal, and everybody out there listening, that, okay, Kohl's, that was about a 25-minute drive from me. Okay. I started working at where I'm at now part-time in evenings. Okay. And when Kohl's had fired me, because I was going, at that time, I was going through that divorce process and I had to start moving everything from the property out in the country to where I'm at now. So it was like I needed as much time as I could to get that done. And Kohl's didn't like that. They said bye because I missed, I was late, so much and everything. So anyways, okay, fine. So I told the guy that I'm working for now what happened. They said, start coming in at 11 o'clock and work like 11 to 8. Okay, no problem. So next thing I know is, it was like, I asked him, can I come in, at 8:30 like everybody else? He goes, okay, fine. So I was starting to work like 8:30 in the morning till like my time now, basically the same kind of schedule I've got now. And I started working my way up. And within a year's time, I was actually making more money at where I'm at now than what it took me 4 years at Kohl's. And I'm less than 2 miles away from work.
Yeah. I'm glad everything worked out, Shaggy, but just know that is illegal. And if you ever end up in that situation working for a corporate like that again, you can go over, you go straight over you don't mess with anybody in the store. You go straight to the corporate. And like I said, that is.
Done that. Oh.
Yeah.
No, so wrong, Mike.
Oh, Mike, I'm surprised you didn't get fired, because had that been me, I would have said, yeah, you got 2 seconds to pack your shit and go. Because you say that to any other female employee and you will be not only fired, but put in jail. So here's your termination. Let's go.
Yeah. And that, that's one thing, I do like about the motorcycle ministry that I'm with. It's Matthew 7:7. And I mean, it all goes from if you actually look at what Matthew 7:7 is in the Bible, it's like, it talks about, when one door closes, another one opens. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and it shall be opened.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, there's always something good. You may have something bad, but then God's going to provide something better for you.
And he will never give you more than you can handle.
Right. And it's like right now, everything, like I said, for me, I got myself in a big financial hole. Okay. And it's like, first, like I'm saying, I was starting to, getting out of it. I was using like a teaspoon. Then I started using like a tablespoon. Now I'm in a big shovel. I've got something that's helping me dig myself out of that financial hole. And it won't be that much longer. And basically, I'm going to be using the front end loader.
Yep. Mike Hodge, I understand what you meant by that comment because I have said it. I literally said the best part of my day is walking away. Why? Because you can look at my ass on the way out the door because I'm done dealing with you. I said that as I quit. But because you said that to a female supervisor, that immediately, that's what killed you. And like I said, I would have said the same thing. I would have done the same thing had I been her. So.
Right. And that's one thing about with me at work. We've got a couple of females at
I'm
work.
laughing at Shaggy.
Yeah, I saw that too. But there's a couple of females we got at work. And, I'm not much onto the, as they say, toothpicks. I do like a woman that's got, a little extra meat on the bones.
Cuddly.
Something more to grab a hold of.
That's cuddlies is what I do it. Is the nicest way I can do it.
Something nice to snuggle up next to.
I flat out admit I'm fat. Pretty hot and tempting. You don't like it, there's the door, honey.
Yep. It's like, don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you.
Yep. Because if I'm behind you, I'm going to make it split harder.
Yeah. But it's like, for me, it's like I'm looking at them and, I'm thinking here as far as looking at them and everything, but it ain't coming out here.
Oh, there's some girls I've worked with. I've looked at them. I said, "When did you last eat?" Why, you too damn skinny, honey.
Oh hell, I was at the mall one time, and I had a friend with me, and everything. I saw this one girl and everything. Says, "Hey, you got a hammer and nails on you?" She goes, "Why?" Says, "That way I go nail this down before the wind blows her away." It's like she's got nothing. I mean, just like, damn. It's like I can see her ribs. It's like ain't no damn meat on them ribs. Man, you try to barbecue that, it's like damn barbecue sauce going to run off and just go bye.
Yeah, see, I don't have that problem.
Like I said, I don't. And I'll play like this. Like what I was saying. If you come down, you want to go on a cruise. It's like for me, it's like I believe I said I'd show you a good time. It's like I mean that as far as
friendship at this point in time as friends,
right?
And
right. I mean, and that's exactly what it would be. It's like,
and that's exactly where I took it because, like I said, we are not in a relationship, and like I told Mike the other day, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying not now.
Right. It's like I'm not pushing it because. I mean, right now, I would rather, way things have been here lately, I'd rather not be in a relationship with someone.
Okay, well, Shaggy, at being 6'1" and I'm 300 plus pounds, I'm a little more than thick, but I'm not obese. Thank God.
Well, up like this, the girlfriend I had before my first wife, she was like 5'6" and about 270. So I wasn't complaining on that.
No, I'm reading Mike Hodge. That was a head shake. Yeah, see, my daughter is 5'6" and 190 pounds. And as long as her boyfriend don't mind, I don't matter.
Right.
When it comes to that relationship. And right. she has been taught enough that if he ever lays his hand on her, she will take him out, and then mama going to step in because his mama won't ever find him.
Right.
And
that's
she
one
knows.
thing
She
about
knows
me.
it.
Right, and with me, I was like I said, I'll say, I was raised old school. You treat a woman with respect,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like kind of like what was said. When God created Adam, he created Eve from the rib. Okay, so a woman is supposed to be by his side, not behind, not in front, but by his side because that's where she came from.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you actually look at the way, and my reasoning of thought and everything actually changed when I started going to the Renaissance Festival, because if you looked how the way men treated women back then, they treated them with respect, kindness, and everything. And I mean,
And
there were some that were treated poorly and everything, but there were a lot that the women were treated with respect in everything. They were more dignified than what we've got now.
Yeah.
And also that's the reason why, it's like I like a woman that's on the plus side, because someone had explained it to me, and it's like that kind of went in my head, and it's like I noticed it. Okay, back in those days, okay, if you actually look at all the royalty or anything just slightly under that,
Mm-hmm.
they were on the plus side as far as, they were on the chunky side, okay? And the reason behind that is they had money. So they could afford to buy food. The poor didn't have money, really didn't have enough money to buy enough food, so they were always skinny and very in ill health.
Yep. Okay.
So, for me, it's like, that kind of changed my thought.
Oh yeah, I've always known that. I just didn't care because I didn't get in. I'm not into the scene like you are. Okay.
Well, you gotta have some. I'll play this in a relationship. You gotta have some differences. There's gotta be some differences. I mean, the major difference. One's gotta be male. The other one's gotta be female.
Preferably, yes.
Yeah.
Especially for me.
Yeah, and the same way for me, because for me, if I ever got one of those little tramp stamps, it would have to be the 4 little circles in loops like this back there, because it's an Audi only.
Yeah, I can't get one. I can't get a tramp stamp. I couldn't even get I couldn't get even 2 dots there because I would come straight up off the table and put the tattoo artist through the door. No, because I've told you I have a bad back, and that was because of that side. Yeah, it's hitting me now, so I'm pretty soon going to have to say goodnight. But I have had professional chiropractor, I've had a professional masseuse, and I wouldn't mind going back to that masseuse because he massaged more than just my back. But that was agreed upon before he ever got a hold of me. That was one of the hit or miss, and then I missed and kept going. But he put
I can think of a few areas I can massage on you.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah. Start right here and end up with your big toe.
Yeah.
And take about 3 or 4 days.
He was working.
That?
He was working on my back, and I told him to be careful around my lower back. He put what would amount to about 4 ounces of pressure on my lower back, right where the dimples would be if I was skinny mini. And every bit that he had done got lost because my entire body locked up.
Ooh.
Yes. And that was just, that much. And so I can have a massage. I just cannot in that one area. No.
Well, I put like this: if we meet, and that's a big word, if.
Yeah.
And I was doing that. I would make sure that you would tell me, okay, stay away from this area. So I was like, okay, that's a hands off area.
Well, no, it's not a hands off. It's you don't press on it. If you're running your hands down my back, when you get there, you pull the pressure off it,
Right.
and then But that's all there is to it. It's just no pressure.
See, that is one thing that should be in a relationship: communication.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing about with me is that the funny thing about is the one that I'd gone on the cruise with and gotten engaged.
Mm-hmm.
She was a true blonde, and believe me, there were some things I'd mentioned to her, and yet they went right up and over. She didn't understand them. Now, even after me trying to explain, she still didn't get it. It's like if you're driving 60 miles an hour. How far were you going an hour?
Hopefully 60 unless you slow down.
Yeah. So she goes, I had no idea. Yeah. See, that's what got me. It's like, really? But I would, to me,
I'm embarrassed to be female now.
Yeah, but for me, no, I would just like to find someone.
Okay, I gotta drop my camera so I can lay down.
Okay, no problem. But no, to me, oh, Mike, damn, I didn't see that. Okay, Mike, take it easy.
Sorry, Mike, I didn't see it either. You have a good night.
Yep. But to me, it's like, like I said, growing up on the stuff that my parents had watched, it's like, it'd be nice if someone knew about some of that kind of stuff. It's like, it's like knew about, Abbott Costello, Laurel and Hardy, the Marx Brothers, Ma and Pa Kettle, because it's like.
See, I know about them, but I would have to reacquaint myself with them because I remember hearing it in the background before my grandfather passed away, and he was I was 9 when he passed.
You're lucky you met him. I didn't meet either one of mine.
I met both of mine and my grandmother's mother.
So your great grandmother.
Yeah.
I did meet both of my grandmothers, and I did meet my great grandmother on my mom's side.
Yeah. Well, when my grandmother, after my grandfather passed, and she moved into town. Yes, Little Rascals too. I remember Alfalfa. And she moved into town.
And don't forget Buckwheat.
Yep. Her mother was 2 doors down from her. So, and she passed away, I think I was like 15. Something like that. I remember her, and I remember what she looks like and her name, but I don't remember when she passed.
Right.
And my father's father, that grandfather, he was an ass. Flat out. End of story.
Oh, don't forget Three Stooges.
Okay, hold up a second.
All right. Every time we got to throw in, like I said, Three Stooges. Now go back even to the 70s. The Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that was back in the early 70s.
Yeah, that was before I was around, but yeah.
Right. Even go like $6 Million Man, Bionic Woman.
Love those.
Right. Love Boat.
The plane.
Yes, Tattoo.
Yep.
Mobile Army Surgical Hospital.
And they had their own still in the swamp.
Yep. And believe it or not, I'm actually going to build one, but I'm not going to be distilling alcohol. And I will do a video on that.
Yes, Tom. Now in Oklahoma, you can have a still. You can even have it out in the open, but you have a limited amount of product you can produce.
Right. Well, see, here in Texas, we can make our own beer and wine, and it's up to 200 gallons a year.
Yes, and you cannot see here. I don't know what the amount is. You can make it. You can't sell it.
Right.
Now, if you happen to have a wine party and a few bottles go out the door and some money gets left, donations are welcome.
I had no idea. All right. Now, here, I got a question. How many Stooges were there?
4.
9, which means no in German.
There were not 4?
Nope.
How many?
Tom, do you know? Do you know how many Stooges there were?
Oh, nice, Shaggy.
Damn. That is nice. I need to get some more going with my stuff. Shaggy, nope, there were not 3.
Larry, Moe, and Curly Joe?
There were actually 6. Now, the three original was Moe, Larry, and Shemp.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Shemp decided he wanted to do something different, so then Curly came in.
Mm-hmm.
Curly had his stroke, so Shemp had to come back. Okay. So then, of course, Curly wound up passing away. He was actually in some of the other episodes not as Curly.
Curly as something else.
Right. Certainly. But then something happened to Shemp, and then you had Curly Joe come in.
Okay.
So you still had Moe, Larry, and Curly Joe. And then when they started doing the movies, they got Joe Besser. He was always the one, not so hard.
Oh, okay. I only saw a couple with that one.
Right.
Yes, I did remember that once I heard Shemp, Tom, did remember that he was brother. It's
right. But yeah, now
y'all guys have a few years on me, so it takes a minute to reconnect with the different stuff I know.
But Moe, Curly, and Shemp, they were brothers. That's why you hear like when they were doing the doctors thing, they go calling Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard, because it was Moe Howard, Shemp Howard, and Curly Howard. Yeah. And it was Larry Fine. And Larry did actually know how to play the violin. And y'all excuse me, that coffee is starting to talk to me. Shouldn't have had them 2 cups, plus the Coke and everything. Hey, I'll play like this. I don't have a bladder problem. I have a liver problem. It's not the bladder. It's the liver making too damn much.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Then answer this. How many Marx Brothers were there?
I want to say there was two.
Nope.
Then I don't know.
Tom, do you know? Yeah, Tom, Shaggy might be able to get you some primers. But actually, no, there's four Marx Brothers. Of course, you had Groucho. Um, there was Chico. He was the one that would play the piano. No, there was only four. Like I said, you had Groucho, Chico. Groucho, he was the one who was like, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And then you had, like I said, Chico. He was the wisecracker, and he was the one that was always playing the piano. Then you had Harpo, with the curly blonde hair, never said anything, playing the, he'd go,
Yeah.
But a lot of people didn't realize you had Zeppo Marx. He was the straight, suit and tie kind of guy, straight man. Where the other three, they were just the comedians.
Ah.
Yep.
I knew Harpo and Groucho. I hadn't heard about the other ones.
Okay, what's everybody want to yap about now? Oh. Hang on a minute. This is dealing with the ministry and tomorrow. But yeah, like I said, of course, like I said, got to go with also, like I said, Mom Pa Kettle. Those were some crazy couple. Mr. Ed. Anyway,
yeah, that was hilarious.
Right. But I mean, like I said, to me, it's find someone that knows about those shows or movies, those particular people. It can also the same kind of music style that I like.
My music is eclectic. I will listen to just about anything except what is considered thug rap.
Yeah. Like I said, I like stuff from back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, early 80s. Not much of the 90s or 2000s. There's very little that I do like as far as, from 2000 onward. I mean, it would depend upon the song. I'm trying to think of that one female artist. I know her name, and I can't think of it off the top of my head.
What about some of the lyrics to it?
That would give it away.
No, just give me one or two.
All About the Bass.
Trainer.
Yep. Meghan Trainor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that song. I like the video. And I like what it actually talks about.
Have you... there's a band is a home free. It's a cappella country. They did All About the Bass.
I think I have seen that video. Um, I mean, it's a good version. Of course,
Yeah, but
there are a couple of the parodies and everything. They did a Star Wars. You know, I'm all
mhm.
about the base, no rebels. I know that's out there on YouTube.
Yeah,
Um,
but
right,
I'd have to go hunt it down, and I don't want to.
right. I do know that there was. I go down to. Like I said, I used to work in Scarborough. We've got the Texas Renaissance Festival. I go to the King Seats. Well, they would always do their songs and everything. And one of their songs, because they would sing little bits, um, instead of Little Red Solo Cup, they would do Little Brown Feast Hall Mug. So they would take, certain songs and they would change the lyrics and everything, but have the same kind of music.
Yeah, to fit
Well,
the scene.
right. Well, there was one that they would do several times, and it was, it's like, I know you're hungry. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I still have it.
I haven't listened to them. Sorry, Shaggy.
Who is it?
Hudson Beats Eminem mashups.
Huh. I've not heard of them myself. I'm looking on my phone.
I know there's.
I don't remember if I still have it or not.
I know there's a lot of Eminem mashups. I actually have never heard of Hudson Beats, so this one's like,
Right. No, I wish I don't have it on my phone anymore. I must have deleted it by mistake.
darn it.
But they're all talking about do you remember how everything goes? So you're hungry again, and you want to know. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. So it's been a while since I've actually heard them sing it. It's like, are you ready for the next course? Next course. It's like, I'm here.
Ready for some football.
No. Believe it or not, it's Katy Perry and Dark Horse. They took her song and changed the lyrics to about the food and everything. Yeah.
I'll definitely have to go check them out, Shaggy.
Yeah. But of course, Imagine Dragons, it's like, oh, okay. Was it Thunder? I like that song. And I think there's another one of them I like.
Okay, Wayne, I'm sorry if we're upsetting you, but you have a good night, and I hope everything's going well.
Wayne, I mean, you're more than welcome to, type in something if you want to change the subject. Hey, I'm open to talk about anything on here. It didn't have to be what I'm talking about or what Crystal, it's like, hey, y'all want to bring up a subject on something, put it in the chat. But it's like, hey, don't be mad because, you don't like what we're talking about. I mean, you're more than welcome to be here. I'm not going to say anybody can't be here.
Yeah, since I've got my camera off, I'm actually paying more attention to the chat now because it's literally in my face. Because it wasn't when I was sitting up and on camera.
Right. Radioactive. Yeah, that is the other song. I mean, that is a.
Okay, Wayne. You have a good night.
Have a good night. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by. Take care. But yeah, and hopefully, now one thing I will say is that I contacted Spectrum last night, and they're supposed to be sending me equipment so I can get a faster internet. I checked with what AT&T has got for me right now, and it's like, no. And I even checked what my speed and everything was. I'm going, really? I looked at it earlier, and let me bring it back up. Okay, Spectrum is going to get me where I've got 400 download and 20 upload. Okay, I did a test on my system earlier. I'm at 14.88 download, 0.72 upload. So I'm going, yeah, going to Spectrum, I'm definitely going to be a lot faster once I get that.
Yeah.
And it's basically $80 a month. I'm going, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, 11:15. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to be at work till 10 in the morning. So, well, I've got to make it.
Thank goodness for me, I don't have to be at work tomorrow. The only thing I got to deal with is the ministry as far as plans and everything we've got for tomorrow. And like I said, Sunday, I'm going to be blowing and going from about 9 o'clock. I'll be heading out the door probably about 9:10 in the morning. I probably won't be back till about 6:30 that night.
Yeah, read Tom.
Appreciate it, Tom. Yeah, like I said, everything's gotten better since this past Sunday when I went and got this J5 webcam. Because, like I said before, I was going off of my laptop, which is down here, and now I've got my camera mounted up here. This is a 1080, and what was on the laptop was 720. So video is a lot better, and this thing's got its own built-in microphone. So I'm not using what's on the laptop itself. And I am actually looking at getting a computer, a desktop style computer that's dedicated for nothing but YouTube. So yeah. And like I said, that's why I know be talking with Ed, the old tech guy, bouncing things off of him as far as what I can get and everything. I mean, that's what he and I were talking about the other night as far as different desktops to get. He was saying, the Dell Presario 9000 series. So that's what I'm looking at getting. But I might get something different. I don't know. It just depends. I haven't made up my mind yet. I'm being like a female. I haven't made up my mind yet.
Ha ha.
I was wondering if you were going to comment on that.
You're talking. I'm good.
Yeah, I know. All right. Yeah. A little bit over 2 hours. Anybody want to go for 3? No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to go that late tonight.
No, it's showing almost 2:20.
Right. Now, we'll say that I don't know if I will be on tomorrow night after Brandon. It depends upon. It's all going to depend upon how things go throughout the day. Because, like I said, we got a couple of benefits that I'm supposed to be doing tomorrow.
Tom, you have a good night, and I hope everything goes well tomorrow.
All right. Yep. You take it easy, Tom. And like I said, make sure y'all got that bell notification. That way you know when I'm going live or put out something. It helps. But yeah, I need to stop this because, like I said, I don't know what time I got to be up and going tomorrow myself. So
Looks like you're just down to you, me, and Shaggy. Because YouTube says you only got 3 people on there, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing on there. And hopefully everybody's hitting the thumbs up for me. That's the only thing with my screen and everything. It doesn't show me how many. I'm trying to see if it's not saying how many thumbs up or anything like that.
Oh, Shaggy, you have a good night too.
All right, Shaggy, you take care and I appreciate everything.
You have 10 thumbs up.
Oh, do I?
I have
good.
Yeah, I have to flip tabs.
Okay.
The hell just happened to my icon?
Yep. And Shaggy's saying I got 10.
Yeah. Oh no, my avatar.
Right.
No, you don't have any of those.
Right. That's good. I don't want any of them.
Like I say, they counted as a view.
Right.
And if you get far enough and get monetized, it's money.
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I gotta have 4,000 watch hours
and 1,000 subscribers.
Actually, 1,000 subscribers would actually let me do a mobile live.
But you have to have the 4,000 watch hours to get the money.
Right.
And you have to make $100, like from super chats and stuff like that, and from the ad revenue and everything.
Right.
In the first month to get a check. And
right now it's like I'm not really interested in doing that. I'm doing this to have fun. Like I said, with my job that I've got, I'm making good money. I'm not worried about trying to make YouTube as my profession.
Yeah, okay. It's just you and me right now. So yeah, I'd go, if you want to, I'd just go ahead and shut down the YouTube side and let them have a good night. Because it says you have one watching and it doesn't count you.
Right. That's probably you watching.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to shut this down. You going to stick around then?
Yeah. If you leave StreamYard up, I'll be up for probably about another hour or so.
Yeah, I can do that. All right. If anybody else is watching, I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, it's like my camera, everything. It's like I get so confused at this.
You're actually dead on with your camera angle, so you can wave straight at it and you're good.
Well, I'm trying to look at the camera, but then I'm looking down here at the monitor and everything. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to shut this down. And I'll leave StreamYard up. So till next time, anybody else watching, see y'all later. Bye.
Okay, Nate's going to